It's been a long time.
It has. Hello.
Wow.
I see. Do we know where the camera is? Yeah.
Up
Up
there.
there.
Yes,
Quick test.
it
Whoop,
is.
it is.
Ding dong.
So, welcome to a glimpse of the real van life in the Netherlands. Yeah, we're still in the Netherlands.
We are.
We're live streaming on the phone, so we have, we don't lose time with editing and filming, and since most of the time we're not visiting any interesting places at the moment.
Nope.
It's just easier to give you an update like this.
Yep.
While outside, maybe you can see it. The solar panel over here is still
It's charging.
it's charging. So while the solar panel charges, we might as well go live.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's been a long time. Let's see if we get a comment. How do you do that again? Van Life, our live says, hello, nice to see you back. Hello, yes, indeed. It's been quite a while.
Yes, it has. It has been.
Gaza says, big hugs from Southampton, England. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're also testing our telephone with, while having more work. Usually we film on a
Camera.
vlogging camera, and we selected our telephone just for using it for phone calls, navigation,
Yeah, not
and
for filming.
not for filming. So kind of regretting not doing that. But we always had the credo, like if you film on a phone and it's an expensive phone and you drop it, you lose also your navigation, your
screen,
your way of phoning up, emergency services, things like this. So we always film on a vlogging camera, which is shockproof and everything. I'll show it. I got them here. Off the screen for a second.
Show the buddies.
So this is usually the camera that we use.
Yeah.
It has a screen and everything in the back. So this is what we usually use, and the quality is better. Also the sound quality is better.
Oh.
But it's an external camera. But usually it has a cord. You can put it on your wrist, film with it.
Yep. Exactly.
But when you film with it, you have to edit it and everything. So you have to put it on a laptop.
Yep.
And you're not always connected to the grid. So today we have the solar panel out.
Yep.
That's how we are connected. And
once in a while to check if it's still there.
yeah.
Yep, it is.
So, well, in the first years we always said, well, an external camera is better. Now we say a phone might be better.
Yep.
So I've been looking at phones that are good for, that have good video quality, audio quality, built-in stabilization. But then you're looking at a real high-end phone.
Oh, yes, right.
And
not only high-end, but high-priced.
High-priced, yeah. So it's tempting to get one, but our channel is so small. We have barely 1,000 subscribers. So a purchase like that doesn't, how do you say that? It doesn't justify itself if you only have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Wow.
So now on our cheap phone, the low-end phone, but I think the quality isn't super good, video-wise and audio-wise.
Good enough. Barely.
Yeah, our last vlog before this live stream, we also filmed on this phone, and we were not happy with the quality.
No.
And you guys who are watching this, crappy audio quality. It's just not nice for the ears, and it's the best.
No apologies.
So what we have is what we use. So we're doing what we can. But also we were saving at the moment for of course our future maybe van or our future upgrades.
Yeah, yeah, who knows?
And then feels a bit out of the off the track to like buy a €1,000 Samsung Galaxy
something, yeah.
12 Ultra or something like that. So yeah, we're doing what we can.
Yeah, exactly. I believe I saw another comment. Check that. Eric from Essex, hello, how are you? Delighted to see you are okay. Happy thoughts and warm greetings from Hertfordshire, UK. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, we wanted to do a live stream yesterday, but it was really windy, and we have everything outside open.
Yeah.
So we said, well, today is like a
A
sweaty day with no wind.
vlogging day, yes.
Perfect for vlogging. Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah. We got 77%. Sometimes I look outside over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
We
Me
got
too.
a little goal zero going
Double
on there,
checking. Yeah.
being charged. But it's cloudy. It's fully cloudy,
Yep.
but it's still
Charging.
charging.
Yeah.
And it's a small one, 200 watt one. So it takes 3 hours and it's fully charged
Yeah.
when there's sun. And not at the moment, it takes longer probably.
Yeah, well,
So we'll see. There's rain predicted in an
Yeah.
hour or so. So I might have to jump out in a second, put everything back in.
who knows? We'll see.
But, yeah, it's been a while that we don't upload as much. It's now July, and I think we barely have 6 videos or so this year.
You mean live ones?
No, just videos.
Oh, videos.
Compared to
Yeah.
what we usually made.
Well, yeah.
But we see other channels also struggling with that.
Yeah, of course. It's a pandemic, right?
Lockdowns, you're not traveling as free as before, so
No.
so yeah, you don't
Yeah,
You
do
don't-
as much.
you don't do a lot, yeah.
No, true.
And of course with the work and everything, it also takes time away from making a vlog. Oftentimes I don't,
Yeah.
I'm just not in the mood for
But
vlogging.
You're too tired, of course.
Yeah, too tired.
So,
It's like 8 to 10 hours a day sometimes that you're doing the
Yeah.
work, and
mhm.
it takes the best of the energy out of it.
Yep.
So a live stream is handier to do.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I think our last live stream was over half a year ago at least. And it is an opportunity for people to ask us a question. So if you want to ask us a question, ask away,
Or just watch.
or just watch us.
Whatever you want.
At the moment we're just waiting for this solar panel to charge up the goal zero. So
Yep. 77%.
yeah, no, let's see. Yeah, no, still 77. No. But we started at, what was it at, 62?
Yep.
So with cloudy days, 15%.
It does charge.
Yeah. And we are still in the Netherlands. It's
Yep.
it's mainly because we still have work.
Not by choice, but also because of the work.
Yeah,
Yep.
because of the work. It makes no sense to travel into all kind of adventures and lockdowns and
Exactly.
potentially not being welcome in places.
Yeah,
We're getting tired of following all the rules about the restrictions. They lower them, they raise them, they lower them. They got new ones. They got. It's just
Yeah, it's like you're a yo-yo.
yeah, being yo-yoed around. And when we started van life, we started 2016. We could travel free, and we were talking the other day. And
Those were the days.
those were the days. We said to each other, we might have been the last generation of van lifers who still has had a taste by starting in 2016
True freedom.
of
yeah.
true freedom. Europe, open borders.
Yep.
I remember showing you guys, look, we just drove into another country and everything is open.
Wow.
And now everything is locked down. And
Memories.
would we start in 2021?
Probably not.
It-
Too much hassle.
It's a lot of hassle, yeah. We do see more people buying camper vans. but
Yeah.
because many people are afraid to travel now
Mm-hmm.
because they might not be insured if you travel
Yeah,
for a
exactly.
holiday
Yeah.
and you have to go to countries with restrictions. Many people we
Yeah.
talk to, they
You're on
say,
your own. Yeah.
yeah, some just is
Yeah.
like
True.
YOLO.
Yeah.
We also hear those stories, but
Of course.
you have to be a bit careful. We did strand in the lockdown last year,
Yeah.
so
Not
that has
again.
made us more careful, I
No.
think, right?
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
And yeah, it even going to our neighbor country is a hassle.
Hmm?
Uh,
And they changed the rules.
all
Every
the
week.
all the German regions. I mean,
Yeah.
according to the last time I checked
Mhm.
the new rules, they say, yeah, you're welcome in Germany, but not if the
You're in this area.
the German
or that
provinces
area.
are
Yeah.
yeah close to the border of the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Then you still need tests and medical masks,
Yep.
and
You don't. Yeah.
that's just a hassle.
Mm.
Who wants that? And that's because we were used to the days of just saying, let's go to Germany
Mhm.
spontaneously.
Yep.
Now, if you want to go, you have to plan ahead.
Plan
And
ahead.
and you hear many stories of people. They say, well, we wanted to do groceries in Germany, from the camp spot in Germany to the
Mm.
grocery store.
Yep.
And there's angry villagers
Yeah.
with pitchforks,
Mm.
just attacking you for being there, and that's new. That's
Yeah.
pretty new.
It is.
That wasn't when we started the first years,
No. No. No.
and it's understandable. I mean, if there's a local lockdown going on and the people are told stay in your house, don't travel, and you see a camper van
Mm.
which represents we
Yeah.
don't care about anything, we just travel.
Probably.
It can get some people
Riled up.
riled up,
Mhm.
and that's not what you want. You don't want to
No.
be like a driving billboard of
No.
of saying, look, we don't care about your local rules, or
Mm.
so it's just easier for us to just say, yeah, we have to be in the Netherlands for work, might as well stay
Yeah.
in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And it's something many people struggle with that we talk to. We
course.
talk to many people who are even at the campus spot that we are at.
Mhm.
They say, we don't want to go across the border yet.
No.
Just because you don't want the hassle. And you
No.
don't want,
Yeah.
because many people already follow, many people just say, okay, we were respectful for all the rules,
Mhm.
but because the rules always change, you never know what you can expect. The rules change almost sometimes after a weekend. In the Netherlands, rules changed after a weekend.
Yeah.
So,
True.
what if you are in Spain? What if you are in France?
Mhm. Yeah. Then
And
you're stuck
rules
again.
change, and they say,
Yeah.
oh, Netherlands,
Exactly.
people from the Netherlands are not welcome, or tourists are not welcome, and you
Mhm.
have to go back again. We've been kicked out once, and it wasn't pleasant.
No. It's
So
not.
we know it can happen, and that has made us, a lot more
Yeah.
careful.
Of course.
We're more scaredy cats now than maybe the average
Wow.
motorhomer who wasn't broken down in the last lockdown, or who
Mm.
wasn't kicked out
Of
of the
course.
country.
Yeah.
And
We know what it entails, and yeah, if you can avoid it, yeah.
78%.
Ooh. Nice.
So, because the work is still going, we have the luxury of postponing those difficult decisions.
Mm.
And if
Yep.
I've been following a lot of what's going on with the rules and restrictions,
Mhm.
and my sort of spider senses are tingling, and I believe at the moment it's a bit more loose and lenient, because otherwise people will revolt if they can't go on holidays, and probably people that go on holidays will get blamed
Of course.
for contracting something, and then I think they'll shut everything again in September, October.
Yeah.
So kind of seeing if that's hopefully doesn't come true, but we're kind of waiting around those 2 months, that's kind of the months that we start thinking about
Yeah.
what shall we do this winter.
What action shall we undertake? Yeah, yeah.
And then, so we postponed the difficult decision. But on we told people that we were talking to earlier, we said last year we didn't have winter clothes, winter gear, everything. We didn't have the heater.
Yeah.
Now we have
Yeah,
everything we
fully
need.
prepared.
We're fully prepared for another winter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it is in the back of our minds, like maybe it's more wise to spend the winter here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we'll see. On the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
how we also said in our last update that we are possibly looking into another motorhome.
Yeah, very carefully, secretly. Yeah, dreaming.
Yeah, and we've been browsing the interwebs,
Yep.
and the motorhome that we think fits those needs. What were the needs again?
Study bed and workspace. Those are the two main things.
Yeah, and those
Rest,
motorhomes, they are there. We've seen a couple,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
most of them are way over our budget still.
Still, yeah. Hopefully.
We need a lot of work.
Mm.
It was kind of a reality check for me, a reality check when I saw the prices.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot over our budget at the moment.
Mm.
But I don't know. Maybe we get really lucky with work.
Mm.
And,
Yeah, who knows?
But it's
Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed indeed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, we're not in a hurry because this van is still performing super well.
Yep.
But the reason that we still live in it as it was when we bought it
Yeah.
is that we don't know if we're going to keep it.
Yeah.
The
Mm-hmm.
it's the constant weighing of what building up everything. It really annoys us.
Mm.
But it's a Mercedes.
Yeah.
It keeps driving. It
Exactly.
starts every time. It drives well.
Yeah.
It's in way better condition than our first Mercedes was.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
it drives better, handles better.
Yep.
It's more spacey because the first Mercedes had
Yeah.
a lot of closets and
Yeah. Lots of building things.
lots of stuff. So it's all good. I mean,
And compared to Benny the Third, it's a palace.
it's a palace
Mhm.
on wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
yeah, it's first world problems, we always say.
Yeah. Exactly. Mhm.
It's just I think whatever van you will buy, there
Mhm.
are things that will frustrate you. If you have a big van, the frustration is driving yourself stuck somewhere or not finding parking somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what you gain in luxury and comfort, you also gain in frustration when you're driving. And when we drive this one to a supermarket, we park in a parking spot, and with a big amount home,
It's not that easy.
it's not that easy. So that's why many people have the bicycles and
Yeah. Bicycles.
and extra
scooters,
cars and scooters. Yeah. So yeah,
Mini cars. Yep. Smart cars.
all kind of cars, flying cars.
Not yet.
So yeah, we'll see. But before if we decide to keep this van, we will, next year in June it has to be taken to the safety inspection for the last time, basically,
Wow.
or at least for the last time before it will become tax-free, which
Yeah.
is a big reason to keep this van.
Yeah. It's an advantage, yeah.
But I mean, when we bought this van, it was pretty cheap compared to what the prices of Mercedes normally are. And the reason probably is because we looked underneath, and the beams, the carrier beams, might need some
I
might,
think there's a welding alert. Yes,
yeah,
probably yes.
and it's not like we've been brave enough to take it somewhere and have it checked out yet.
No.
Kinda not want to think about it yet and just hope it keeps performing
Yep.
good for a couple more months at least.
Yep.
Then we know more about our budget. We know more about our options.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if yeah, as long as we don't know, it's hard to say let's focus on fixing this up or let's focus on not fixing it up. Focus on finding something else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. True.
Just in between, we're sort of in the gray zone,
The limbo.
the limbo.
Yeah.
So yeah, are there any more messages? You see something
Let me
coming?
check. Let's check. Ellie Janice says, lovely to see you out. Big smiles from England. Thank you. And let's see. Eric from Essex says, showery here in the UK, similar weather as where you are. Yep, that's true. Hubert Guit asks, vaccination? No, not yet, as long as we're not traveling. No? And he also asks, no France car this time? No. No Peugeot for us. No.
No French.
No. And Hubert also says, after the summer, the best deals. Yeah, also. That's also a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ponce de Rigaud Simaret says, hi from France.
Hello.
Bonjour. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's we decided to wait with vaccinations because we read a lot of non-mainstream new messages. You read a lot of things about adverse side effects, and we think at the moment that it's not relevant for us because we have no health issues.
Nowhere to go.
We got nowhere to go. We live pretty isolated in our van. We're not always around people, so we decided to wait. There's a 99% survival rate if you catch COVID, according to the information that I read. So, and vaccine is more like an experimental, serum that, we said to each other, maybe we are in the group who doesn't take part in the experiment yet. But also because I've seen a lot of people who did get the vaccine who are still required to wear a mask, who are still required to do tests, who still catch it. So
what's the use?
We're not convinced yet. Also because it's not doctors telling you to take it, the doctors telling you not to take it. It's the politicians on the television telling you to take it. So it's complex.
Yeah, it is.
And we don't have to decide yet.
No.
So we're just postponing whatever we're going to decide. We'll just do more research and compare more stories what we read in the mainstream compared to what we read outside of the mainstream. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of things going on, and a lot of people doing crazy things. So it's
weird times.
It's weird times, but at the end of the day, when we ask people, did you get your vaccination? They say yes, and we ask why did you get it, and they say because I want to travel. They don't say because I don't want to catch COVID.
Exactly.
And that's the weird part of it. That's the thing that makes you.
And also the people who decided to travel are still here in the Netherlands. We see them regularly.
Yeah.
So,
It's ridiculous because if you travel through like a yellow country, they say yeah you're still obliged to do tests. You still and oftentimes if they say necessary travel only, you have to pay for those tests. And
also, yes, of course.
if
They're
you
not free.
if you have had the vaccine and you have an adverse side effect or reaction, your insurance, your health insurance might not cover it because you have taken an experimental serum. So, and because it's experimental, many people don't know how to
Do you think
treat it.
YouTube will allow us to say that?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, if you just ask questions, if you see, okay, I see people say this and people say that, you might get demonetized or deplatformed even just for asking questions.
If our video is down, you know why.
But all the people we speak to have taken it already because they want to travel.
Of course.
We respect everybody's choice, and we have decided to wait. And I think it's common decency. People respect that you decide to wait. It's at the end of the day, it's all about making the most informed decision that you can. So you have to. I mean, I've been in science. I've been at university. I know you have to do a lot of research, and sometimes you have to research for a year or more before you get your answer.
Yeah.
And if we do want to take it, we have to be 100% sure that we've done all the research into it. And that's how we feel about it.
At the moment, yeah.
So it's but it's at the moment you see sort of two society. You have the vexed versus the unvexed.
Divided.
So
yes.
people are
divided,
and you see also with the masks. You have mask versus unmask. It's
weird.
It's a weird time to be living the van life in, to say the least.
Yeah.
As we said, when we were kicked out of Portugal, we said we went from being welcome to being undesired, undesirable.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's really weird. And psychologically, I remember saying, we were talking about that, saying, do you want to go back to a country that kicked you out?
Questionable.
Of course you want to go back at some point, because it's not the country that kicks you out, it's like one person in authority kicking you out. But it has changed things for van life, I think.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
regular life also, I think.
Yeah, it's if you watch a lot of TV and read a lot of messages, it seems like it's all around you, it's surrounding you non-stop. But if you just turn off the TV and don't read the messages, you have the bliss, you have your nature, you have your friendly camper neighbors.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's sometimes difficult to not get caught up in all the fear messages that you're reading and all the updates. And because we're working anyway, it's a good distraction from all that.
Exactly.
But it's
let's see.
Yeah.
I thought I saw another comment. Monster says it is unluck. I have a Peugeot since 12 years, no problem. Ah, wow. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It was unlucky. Yeah.
It was unlucky.
Yeah.
But we said, imagine if we buy another Peugeot and it breaks down again.
Yeah, true.
Then everybody, including us, will probably say, why did you do that? After your disastrous experience with Peugeot and also with the Peugeot mechanics. I mean, I know it's just one dealer giving maybe a lot of other mechanics a bad rap.
Yeah, true.
But we just can't justify that.
No.
So it's tempting sometimes because there are some Peugeots that we saw on the internet,
Mm.
they are not as expensive as other motorhomes sometimes.
No.
And they just have the steady beds and the dinettes. And one of the YouTubers that we have met up with from the Netherlands, he actually was selling a Peugeot
Mm-hmm.
which had a bed and a dinette, and it was sort of within our reach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he said, yeah, it's another Peugeot. We just can't
Take the risk.
take the risk.
No.
So the people that you talk to on the road, they oftentimes say just get something like a Fiat. Fiat being, I think, recommended to us the most.
Yeah.
But
true.
it doesn't say that they don't break down.
No, of course not.
We'll see.
Let's see. I think I saw another one. Simple T5. Hello. How are you? Hello, bit of butt. Let me see.
82%.
Ah, nice. Ponce de Rigaud, Cismeret says your engine was Italian from Fiat. It was? Oh, so he also gave us a wrong motor then?
Well, I think Fiat and Peugeot, Citroën, those vans,
Of course, they're the same factory maybe?
they're sort of interchangeable.
Well,
So it might be that the Peugeot use
Could be.
Fiat engine.
Who knows?
It's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not an
Me neither.
expert.
Yeah.
But we have heard more horror stories about people who had Peugeot Boxers,
Yeah.
and the place we bought the Boxer from, there was a whole forum dedicated to people who bought their Boxer where we bought our
Oh,
Boxer.
yeah.
Who all had the same issues that we had, rust holes that were covered up. A lot of people had lost money with that garage.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's still active. It's still
Still out there.
it's still out there.
Selling us lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's surprising to me. I mean, when I do my work, I always want to do the best job I can. And I imagine if I was a Peugeot salesman / mechanic,
Yeah.
I would
that
want
you
to sell
to-
something that people would recommend me to other people to come to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You can't look in what other people think. And
No. That's true.
also, where we bought the Renault Express, sort of in good faith, we gave them a diamond of a motorhome, and they gave us a leaky fuel tank car, which they knew about.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think, how can you
Live with yourself.
live with yourself? I wouldn't be able to
No.
do
I
that.
wouldn't
But
be able to sleep. Or look in the mirror. No.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, you at least you learn places where you never buy another vehicle from again, ever.
Yeah.
But it's part of it. I mean, thing has to do with the fact that we were pressed for time at the time, and because we're not mechanically inclined.
No.
Yeah,
Not at all.
you are the perfect buyer for a seller like that in a
Yeah.
way.
True.
But yeah, you live, you learn. Hopefully, hopefully.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how many people are watching. 10?
83%.
83%.
10 people.
10 people on a
Wow.
Monday. Wow.
Monday morning. Midday, yes.
Midday, is it midday? Yeah. Let's have a look, see.
Yeah. 1:45 almost. Wow.
Yeah, and let's see if you have questions. Feel free to put them in the chat. We'll answer them.
Yeah.
If you just tuned in, we're Pet Bart from the Netherlands. We're living the van life.
Yep.
We have a Mercedes 207D camper van. And even though we're Dutch, we speak in English because we have an international audience.
Exactly.
Your engine was Italian.
Let's see. Was that another comment? Sampler T5 says, vehicles are like women. If you don't look after them and treat them nice, they will let you know. Lol. Indeed.
Well, we treated that Persia boxer very well.
Yeah.
New shoes, new bling bling.
Yep. Yep.
But
so
yeah, she still
was not satisfied.
was not happy. No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, yeah, the other day somebody who watched our videos, he came to me and said, getting rid of the Peugeot Boxer was like your worst mistake ever. But
Well,
you have to understand, we were at the end of the rope. I think your confidence in the vehicle, if it keeps having issues, because it had issues when we bought it already, and it had issues with the new engine even, that it was losing speed on the highway.
Yep.
You just lose faith. It felt like a never-ending story, and then you have
we
to
wanted
be.
to keep mobile.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sometimes you think back and you say, okay, had we had the work that we have now, we
Yeah.
could have afforded for more repairs on it and everything.
Exactly. Yep.
It's just that the timing was a bit off of it all. It was really at the moment that we just came back from the lockdown in Spain,
Yep.
and it was just more bad news, and there was no work at the time, and now there's work, and we don't have any issues to maybe hopefully to fix.
We don't know yet. No.
Fingers crossed.
Knock on wood.
So yeah, it's but yeah, with the work it's very irregular, so it's like instant, and I don't know how they don't know. That's why they can't. They don't. It's not like they don't want to tell me if there's more work. They don't know either. Nobody knows.
No.
So, but when it's there, it's good, and the thing is, you always have to wait. That was with our other work too. You do the work today, and then it takes 90 days before they pay you.
Yeah.
The 90 days is 3 months, but it's good. I mean, we were working since March, so there's a lot coming in. March, April, June, July. Yeah, there's a lot coming in that we did in March, and the things we did now will probably at least make it possible for us to pay everything up until the end of the year, next year.
Yeah.
Make it possible for us to travel if we can. Make it possible for us to get petroleum if we need heat for staying the winter. So it's a position that we haven't been in for a long time.
No, not since the first year.
And we still feel guilty about shopping and buying things and
You get used to it very easily and fast.
yeah, before we always went to the supermarket, and sometimes even people, if you remember, people sometimes send us a grocery coupon and like $20, and you pick out items within $20. And now you go and you fill up your cart, and you still think about the prices,
of course.
but it's easier to get that expensive coffee. It's more easy to get the expensive whatever it is that you otherwise would think 3 times about to get. That's the ease of it. You're not worried when you get to the cashier and think. That's basically it. I mean, spider. Yeah. If you look at what we don't have space to buy a lot of things. Let's get rid of the spider.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of spiders in this van.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's the color or the fact that there's a lot of holes in the van.
Yeah, probably. That's probably it.
We haven't had the Mercedes serviced. Just saw a question come in.
Okay.
And the other one we also had not serviced. Not the first year at least. It's smart to do, but we don't drive a lot at the moment, so it's on the list.
Yeah.
But it's not urgent to have it serviced. It hardly leaks any oil. It hardly uses any water. I think for 6 months at least that I haven't had to top off the oil or top off the water.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, and
It is.
pretty happy.
Let's see. More comments. KSK says, I can't believe I got you live. Hello from IJsselstein.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, welcome. Welcome.
Yeah. If this is the live stream test for us on our crappy phone, we hope that it's sort of doable.
Yeah. I hope the sound is good.
Hope the sound is good.
Yeah.
And we might do more live streams, and we might even upgrade our phone if need be.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's now easier to go shopping again. Now the restrictions in the Netherlands are a bit more lifted. You don't need masks anymore in the stores.
No.
Before you needed to make appointments to go to the store, so oftentimes you don't feel like it. You only do it if you really need it and really need to have something.
True.
So it's a bit more easy now to do things.
Yeah.
But we're still careful. We're still living as if we have a very low budget, or living like we have no budget almost, because we've been doing that for so long.
Yeah.
It's hard to shake it off. Hard to say, okay, let's go spend $100.
Yeah. True.
It's
It is. It's yeah.
I'm browsing the web and I'm browsing and think, this is nice. Let's not do it. Let's save the money.
Yeah. Well, that's not bad also.
Yeah, it's not bad, but yeah, sometimes you got to treat yourself a little bit. Our biggest treat was the washing machine, I think, that we bought.
Yeah.
So what's the update on the washing machine?
Well, it's kind of in the way, but it's very windy. So we have to wait for another good sunny day, and then we'll take her for a spin.
Yeah, I kind of want to try out the washing machine on the solar panel.
Yeah.
So plug in the solar panel into the Goal Zero, and then the washing machine into the Goal Zero, and just see if it can keep up with it. Because it's only, what was it, 200 watts? 250 watts?
Like that.
So it is possible that it runs on it.
Could be.
So that's going to be our next test. But we're waiting for a few sunny days.
Yep. Yep.
And there's only like clouds and rain predicted.
Yep. So,
We just need a good sunny day.
Yep, we do.
I think we had a couple of days last week, but not too many.
See something else come in. See. Yeah. KSK says, sounds like video content when you test it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We can do it in a live stream. Yeah.
It would be nice to film everything, how it works, and show you guys if it's possible at all.
True.
And when it's really sunny, when we tested our laptops in Portugal, I was doing a lot of work on it with editing software and everything, and it kept up with it, no problem. So that laptop was 90 watts at the time, and this one is 250, but it kept up with it with no problems. So I think with the 400 watt Goal Zero, you can hook up equipment up to 400 watts.
Well,
but preferably around 200 watts, because that's like you have to have the peak start peak can be higher. So if you plug in 400, you can have a peak of 800. But if you have 200, you can have a peak of 400. So the washing machine might as well work. It might not. It will be an interesting video.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I must say,
It is
solar panel is doing well.
Yep.
100 watt solar panel. It's
It's well,
it's
the
a
best
game
buy
changer
ever.
for us. Yeah. So people say, but wouldn't you want a solar panel put on the roof? But we notice with our solar panel here, it gets really dirty just from staying out, being outside. You have the birds dropping things on it, or get sand on it and dust on it.
Yep. True.
And every time before we use it, we
It's easy
usually
to clean, huh?
we clean it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much dirt it attracts.
Yeah.
So just by having it separate from any van, you can always clean it, point it towards the sun, and I think it brings, sometimes it brings in more watts than the electricity grid.
Yeah.
So if we go to a campsite with or an electricity pole, it tells you how much watt is incoming. So it says 60 watt or 50 watt. And if you plug it into the solar panel, it says 70 watt, 80 watt, because this is 100 watt.
Yep.
It almost gives you 100 watt, not completely. I think the highest I've seen it give is 90.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good for a
Very good.
for a solar panel. But it was pretty expensive when we bought it. But it's still good. It's still doing well.
Yeah.
And we don't have anything that requires us to have more solar panel power than the 100 watt.
No.
So it's amazing. I mean, 100 watt is usually the littlest you need, or the least you need.
Yeah.
But it charges up everything: the batteries, the telephones, the laptops. Yeah, we don't run a fridge. We don't run a airco. So it's pretty.
No, just a little fan.
Yeah, like a little fan. Yeah, that's something I did buy. Little fan.
Not full. Yeah.
So USB fan. Let's see if I can show it. Yeah.
I think it's stuck.
It's stuck. Oh.
Let's see. Yeah.
A little portable solar power bank from the budget store with the two USB clips. Plug in the little thing.
Yeah. And you
And
have airco.
you have airco. When this gets really hot in the van sometimes, and when there's not much wind, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And Petra has one too. We both got one power bank and a fan.
Yeah.
And it also charges your phone. So in an emergency, you can also do it. I must say, with these ones, if you put them in the sun, they don't really charge.
No, not very well, but
Not well. Maybe 1 bar or so after a day of charging.
yeah.
So it's, but it's small surface to catch the light. But we do have them. They do a good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see, 87%.
Ooh. Yeah.
So I'm gonna
It's
go
going.
go outside real fast and just turn it a bit more towards the sun.
Wow.
I'll be back in a jiffy.
Yep. We'll wait. Maybe we can show you.
Hello.
Yep. You're back.
I'm back.
Awesome.
Yeah, every hour or so,
Easy.
turn it a little bit.
Yeah.
It catches catches the sun.
Yeah.
If you don't have to even have to turn it,
No.
it still charges it, but
Mm-hmm.
it just goes a bit faster.
Let's see, do we have more comments? André de Jonge, hello. How are you? Hoi, Patrick en Petra. Oh. As a van, you could use an Arctic. Airflow of 90 cubic meters. Sounds good. Thank you for the tip, Andre.
Yeah, we'll look it up what it is and
Yeah.
how much electricity it
How much it
eats.
eats. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we also bought. I don't know when was that? When we came back last year from Spain, we bought a big van,
Yes, we did.
but it was always in the way.
Yeah.
The
No.
bigger one.
Yeah.
But yeah. With this van that we can open the slide door here.
Yeah.
We can open the back doors
Yeah.
and the
Two side windows.
Side
back
windows.
doors. Yeah.
and we have ventilation
Mhm.
shafts.
The hatch.
We got the hatch.
Mhm.
And also the van has 2 ventilation shafts
Yeah,
on the
does.
side.
Mhm.
And
We discovered that.
when everything is closed, you just feel the air flowing in,
Mhm.
and that's
Yeah, you can even show them if you want.
I think oh yeah,
What?
I showed it. Did I show it?
I don't think so.
Mm. Yeah, I showed it on our other thing,
Oh, our other thing? You did?
on our TikTok account. I
Oh.
think showed
You
it on our TikTok.
I don't. Well,
Yeah.
Could be.
Well, cats out of the bag now, Petra.
Not anymore. It's not the same. No.
Yeah, we made a TikTok account recently.
Yeah.
We were inspired by
The Vancouverans.
Vancouverans. Yeah. Camper van handyman.
Yeah.
We were looking how they were doing, and they have a TikTok account.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, that's fun. So if you don't know what it is, it's like YouTube basically.
Yeah.
But you can
Sort of.
upload 1-minute videos.
Yeah.
Or now 3-minute videos tops.
Mm.
So sometimes we just film like a 1-minute video and then upload it to TikTok, and just to see if it increases our viewers and follows, and see if we can get a trending video.
Yeah.
I think our most recent TikTok video was watched 600 times, which is more views than we get on YouTube.
Yeah. What's up with that?
But TikTok is more for the, they say it's more for the younger generation.
What?
But there's a lot of people on there, also
Yeah.
older folk like we are. Just as a little experiment.
Yeah.
It's going well.
Let's see. Andre says it's 3 watts. And he uses them in the bedrooms to get cold air in at night. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do
Sabi.
some research.
Yeah. Sabi Businesses. Hello, Bitterbud. Hello, Sabi.
and Susie.
Yeah. Long time.
How are you guys?
Yes. And Andre also says they're €6 per piece. 12 volt. Yeah, that's reasonable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I think of it, talking about subscribers and everything, I was looking at the analytics of our channel,
Yeah.
and surprisingly, only 1/3 of the people who watch us are subscribed to us. So
What's up with that?
2/3 isn't. 2/3 of everybody who watches the video is not subscribed.
No.
And in a way, that's a good thing, because it might mean that YouTube does recommend our videos to people who haven't seen us before.
Who knows?
But it could also mean that many people are too lazy lazy to subscribe.
I don't know.
it does explain, because if it sort of gives the message that people don't want to subscribe to you. That if 2/3 doesn't think it's worthy of getting a subscription to us. And subscription is just, it doesn't cost anything. It's just,
it's free.
You get a notification when we upload. That's basically it. So if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this live, it does help us out in the sense that the algorithm then picks up on it and says, hey, they had 1/3 subscribers and 2/3 who are not subscribed. But now more people subscribe. Maybe we can get to 2/3 subscribed and 1/3 not. That would be nice.
Yeah.
So.
It's just a click of a button. So.
And how about the subtitling, Petra?
Yes, the subtitling. We did that for, I think, a few videos. Because we thought it might generate more views or more subscribers.
Yeah, we subtitled manually top 30 most popular videos.
Yep. Yeah, and also, yeah.
In 40 languages.
Yeah.
So we did it for a couple of months, eh?
But it turns out it's not even 1% that
there was a
uses it.
0.04% increase in the views.
Yeah.
So less than 1%, less than a tenth of a percent.
Finds it useful.
Yeah, so I thought if I translated it to 40 languages, we might get more people from other countries involved who don't speak English, but it turns out most people understand English.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
they just watch it without subtitles. And all the effort we took in subtitling, it doesn't pay off in seeing an increase in views.
No.
And then we said, well, even though we like doing it, and some people love that we do it,
it's fun. Yeah.
It just doesn't pay off.
No.
In a view sense. We don't get more views.
No.
We get just as much views on videos that we don't subtitle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's see more comments coming in.
88%.
Subby B says, hello Bitterbot, hope you're well. Yes, we are. How are you? And KSK says, I have no idea where you can buy ice cubes in the Netherlands, but my grandparents used to buy bags of ice and put some in a bowl in front of a fan, and then it cools the air rather than just blowing it. Yeah, it's a good tip.
A tip from Lucy, with the sprayer.
Oh yes, yeah, you have to, yes. Oh yes.
So what's possible is you turn on your fan
and you spray.
And you spray, or you spray in front of the van, and then
fresh air. Yeah,
it cools you off.
Yeah, also. Yeah.
It was a tip from Lucy. And thank you for the tip. We got the tip in when we were stuck in Spain.
Yes.
It really cools you off.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap, just water and this, and you hold it in front of it towards you, and
yeah, I believe you also can buy already fans with the sprayer attached. So that's handy. Let's see, what were we?
89%.
Ooh. Krishna says, hi from my Ford E350 Boston. Hello, Krishna.
Hello.
How are you? Andre de Jonge says, tip for you guys.
Yeah, that's a good tip. We're going to look into that.
Let's see. Sabi says, hello Gaza from England. Yeah, well, hi Sabi, hope you're all well. All good, thank you. Been watching you both for a while. And Krishna says, I've been battling heat in my van also. I have a small 2-watt computer fan blowing air in from the bottom of my slightly ajar door. It is still locked. It helps the whole fan cool down quite a bit. Yes, it does. It works. And it doesn't even dent the battery voltage even after running non-stop for 12 hours. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know if you were here. We have the little power bank. I think it costs $10.
Yeah.
With the USB.
Yeah.
And you put it in the sun.
Yeah.
It doesn't charge super good,
not as
but
well.
you can fully charge when it's fully charged.
Yeah.
It runs the USB fan. You can plug it in here, and it runs it for several days.
Yeah.
At least. I don't have to charge this every day. We charge it up sometimes on electricity after a week or so.
Yeah.
And also this one is also one that has a light.
Yeah.
So you can also use it as a
Flashlight.
flashlight in a, if you have to get out of the bed in an emergency.
Catch mosquitoes.
Catch mosquitoes, yeah. Yeah, so when we bought this van, it had all the windows open.
Yep.
And like a family of spiders moved in. And
They
these
did.
big
ones.
big creepy crawlers.
Yeah.
And in the first weeks that we had this van, we were constantly catching spiders, putting them outside and probably crawl back in again.
Yeah.
But we still do. We don't know if the color of the van attracts them.
Or just many
Compared to
holes.
our first Mercedes, we never had, oh yeah, maybe once in every so often you saw a big spider. But we really have to check sometimes before we turn off the light.
Yep, we do.
And but on the upside, not as much mosquitoes as in the other van.
That
So
is true. It balances out.
balances out, yeah. The first Mercedes had a lot of mosquitoes coming in, but this one has all around has the rubbers still intact, so it probably protects from them crawling in.
Yeah.
Spiders come from, I don't know. Yeah.
From the bushes, I guess. Trees, bushes.
Yeah, there's a lot of holes in a van.
Lots of
Yeah,
crawling spaces.
Yeah, a lot of spaces they can hide in.
Yeah,
So
true.
now we sort of know the areas where they hide in. So you just check those every once in a while.
Yeah.
But some places, I just clean off the spider webs, and then the next day there's all spider webs around again.
They're fast.
They're fast, yeah.
Let's see. Krishna says, nice, I use 3 truck batteries, but it's the same idea. Yeah. And let's see, Andre de Jong says, I bought a print of what the 5-volt USB, now 12-volt. So he can use the power bank to use the fans. Yeah. You will send us some pictures. Awesome. And of course, yeah, that's a good tip. Krishna, buy bug spray underneath. Yeah.
And we got the tip to use vinegar or something like that, huh?
Vinegar. Yeah.
Vinegar.
Should keep away ants and other bugs.
Yeah, ants. We got a lot of ants in the van.
Well, a lot. Occasional ants.
The occasional ant. And we don't know, with this van...
We have the suspicion that they are electricity cord
Yes.
into the van. Yeah.
After a lot of research... Yeah, the cable goes through my driver's door.
Yeah.
I have to open it. And I have to put the cable through, and then I can't close the door properly with the cable in there. There's enough room for ants to just come in, and spiders probably too. there's other solutions than to put it to the door, but we haven't really done anything to the van to
No.
make it better. But yeah, that's probably where they're coming from.
I guess so. Yeah.
So what we did do is we sprayed the cable with vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
And just the area around the door with vinegar, and then just every couple of days you spray a little water with vinegar on it, and it seems to help so far.
Yeah.
But, the little van life bugs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's not too bad.
No. Let's see. 90%.
Wow.
Nearly full.
90%. I think we started when it was
62.
62.
Yeah.
And then we turned on the live stream. So it's an hour.
Yeah, something like that.
So in an hour time it went up 30% on a cloudy day.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome.
Pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Another comment. Case K says, I heard that spiders like peppermint oil. That's an option as well. Yeah. We will try it. Yeah. Gessa says, warm and friendly couple. Critters must love you, lol. Yeah.
I think we still have some.
Yeah.
We have here. We have eucalyptus oil.
Close enough, I think. It smells of peppermint. So.
Let's see if there's any peppermint in here. Yeah, might be worth.
Yeah, we can try it.
Yeah. We used this in the day still when you could still catch a cold. And you couldn't breathe to your nose. You could put this
on a hanky.
Sniff it or put it on a
Hanky. Yeah.
on a handkerchief.
Handkerchief.
Or just a little bit under your nose, and it cleared up the sinuses.
Yeah.
And we have had it now for like 5 years also.
It's pretty old.
And it's still over half full.
Yeah. True.
So we could try it.
Yeah.
And,
on the cord.
on the cord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good tip.
Good tip. Yeah. Let's see. I think it's another one. Krishna asks, but do you love marijuana? I like it. Never tried it. No. Have you tried it?
Might have.
Okay.
It's nice, yes. But I think that was like over 20 years ago I tried it.
No, never tried it. So.
We don't have a dealer or anything that we know of where to get it.
No.
But it was easier when we were in Amsterdam, I think. But yeah.
Well, that's the place to be, of course. Yeah. Let's see. Sabi Business says, we bought small cooling mats for cool down our dog. Maybe help for you as well. Put under your feet. Or just sit on it or lie on it. 10 to 15 euros at Lidl. Yeah. That's a good tip. Yeah, cooling mat. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of cooling mats, we also bought a fire extinguisher.
Yep.
Because this is the
Fire truck.
fire department, ex-fire department van.
Wow.
And there was no fire extinguisher in it, so we got us one.
It was kind of weird. Yeah. Well.
I mean, if they come to us and say, can you help extinguish a fire? And then now I can say, yeah, let me get my fire extinguisher.
Exactly.
That was nice. Yeah, and we bought the medikit because the other day I fell out of the van. You think you can still see it a little bit?
Yep. Well,
but
you get stuck in the
seatbelt with my foot.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So yeah, that's another lesson learned.
That happens.
You know, always when you get out, it always goes well until it doesn't.
Yep.
And you still manage to find ways to hurt yourself. Just because you get into the routine of getting out and getting in.
Yep, yeah, true.
So we also bought a medikit,
Yeah.
as we call it, medipack.
Medipack, yeah.
Always good to have. Yeah.
Very handy, yeah.
I think it's another comment.
Let's check. Ouch. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was ouch. Indeed.
Well, it was more embarrassing because everybody was sitting outside, and then we arrived with the van, and then I parked and got out with big gestures,
Yep.
and then I immediately fell out, and everybody was sitting outside in camping chairs,
And we had an audience.
with an audience. Yeah. When you fall out of the van, it's always good to do it if you don't have an audience. But on the other hand, if you really hurt yourself, it's good that there's an audience that can help you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. True.
So, yeah.
I think so. Another one. Subby B says, I always hit my head getting into the van. Lol. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
well,
those things.
that's one of those things, yeah. With the Mercedes that we have has a really high stepping into the van point,
Yep.
so we always have to use the external stepping stool.
Yep.
And yeah, you get used to it, but we have also heard stories of people tripping, or the stool cracks or slides away, or it's not in the place because the wind was there, not the way you expect it to be, or there's a stone under it, and you can really hurt yourself if you, from the little stepping stool sometimes.
Indeed. Yeah. Let's see.
I fell in my wallet, yes.
Exactly. Case says, hurt the bride a bit, lol.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see, 91% already.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing for a cloudy day. It's not like
No, it's not.
it's just like the light reflected from the clouds. I think. Yeah, pretty good. This is not a daylight panel. So
No,
it's
not.
Yeah, it might help that it's only 200 watt. This one, this
Yeah.
little baby that's on here. It's the one right there.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yeah, we can almost see it. Yeah.
Yeah, and what another thing we were thinking about getting is maybe for the summer better camping chairs again.
Yes.
But the funny thing is, the last time we bought camping chairs, I especially bought chairs that went up to 200 kilograms.
Yep.
And they broke.
Yep.
And now we had the chair for $5.
And they're
And-
still okay.
It looks like, when you see it, you think, yeah, like, oh, I wouldn't advise Patrick to sit on that, but but it holds for
Yeah.
$5. It's
amazing.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Sure. Yeah. Foldable chair.
It's very little.
Very light. Yeah. Well, light.
It yeah, it's still good. Yeah?
Yeah.
And we used it pretty many times already.
Yeah.
Only thing is, if you sit on it for like the whole afternoon, when you're like chatting with neighbors, it's not as nice. You get like
A wooden behind.
wooden behind.
Yeah. I think so.
But the upside is it's very light and it's foldable. It does take up a lot of room. And the big chairs, you have to find a place to put them.
Yeah.
When you're not using them. Which in our case, would require some figuring out.
Yep, indeed. Let's see. Krishna says, I'm surprised that for power you don't have a DC to DC battery charger and a battery or two with a power inverter. idle the truck for 15 minutes and the battery's nice and charged again.
Oh yeah, this in the under Petra's chair we have a spare battery.
Yeah.
Which is connected to the driver's battery, and they're both driver's batteries, I think.
Yeah.
And they're connected to the relay, and that household battery under Petra's chair used to power the lights in here and the radio in here. But we're so used to using our external Goal Zero, and we just because nobody that we know, has ever looked at the connections, like how is it connected and where are the wires going.
No.
So we're kind of always hesitant to use
The household battery.
the household battery that was with the van, just out of sort of fear that we would drain our batteries otherwise. We probably won't, but we've been so used to using the external things. Because our first Mercedes, we did use the household battery, and the wiring was so bad inside that it was almost burnt.
Yeah.
It was you could see how it was burnt everywhere. And there's a lot of wiring going on in this van that we haven't figured out yet. So it's more like don't use, don't touch. Nothing will happen sort of thing.
Yeah.
But if we would decide to keep the van, we probably have, we already have an offer of one of our friends is an electrician, and you can
Have a look-see.
can have a look-see.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Yeah. See. Krishna says, I see I am fortunate to be an appliance repair technician and able to do these things myself. It would be way too expensive to hire someone to do it for me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're handy, it's very
And when we were in Portugal, we had an Englishman, Paul, and he is an engineer, and his passion is fixing cars and driving them and motorcycles, and he gave us sort of a masterclass in repair. So we gave him a list of all the things that were wrong with our Peugeot Boxer at the time. And we were there a long time, and it was also fun for him to figure out if could he like solve a window
Fix
not
it,
going up and down, and what he was taking the time to explain every step of the way how he tackled like why is the window not going up or down electrically. He told us like, okay, it can be this, and these are the steps you can take, and this is how you eliminate all the problems, and this is then how you fix it. And then when you're watching, it makes a sort of makes sense, and just seeing how we took everything apart, the whole dashboard and everything, things that we wouldn't think of trying ourselves.
No.
And then you see, oh, I just a screw here and a screw there, and then you think, oh, that looks easy, and then you try it yourself, and you drop your screwdriver in the engine, and you have to call Paul and say, oh, I dropped it in, I can't get it out, and he'll get it out, and you say, oh, I can't get the screw tighter or looser, and it looks so easy, but if you're not used to doing it, it's like seeing a chef cut vegetables, like tack, 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 tack. And it looks easy, and then you try it, you think, oh, ouch, cut myself, and it's really a skill.
It is.
Somebody says, if you watch a lot of tennis, it doesn't make you a good tennis player. And, I think the same is true for mechanical things.
True. So another one, I think. Sabi B says, will you be coming to visit England? Be lovely to meet you both. Yeah, would be nice. definitely. Oh, oh. And Gessa says, yes, I'm in England now. And Krishna says, growing up and learning to do mechanical work, I've been through that 1,000 times, but I can relate.
Yeah, the interesting. It becomes interesting. At one time, we had a starting problem in Portugal, and there were 3 people on the campsite who were mechanics, or ex-mechanics, or retired mechanics, or people who are very handy and they know how to tackle problems. So it's like 3 people looking, and they all have a theory on what it is and how they can fix it. And
Their own opinion.
sometimes the one says you have to do A, and the other one says, nah, I would do B, and it can get tricky sometimes.
Yeah.
But
True.
There's always, as far as we have found, there's always somebody willing to help out if they can. So it's oftentimes better to not do the things that you probably shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Even though it can help to try out things, it's always handy to have, if you do it, that there's like a backup, somebody standing around to help you out, or to watch what you're doing. But he did teach Paul. He taught you to start the van with a screwdriver, so that was fun.
Yeah, fun and scary at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a good skill to have.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. Definitely. Let's see. Some more comments. You're going out.
To move the solar panel.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Let's see. Questions. Zabi asks, you want to go somewhere on vacation? That would be awesome. Yeah. Gessa is picking on Zabi B. That's not nice. No picking on each other. Keep it friendly.
Only nose picking.
Yeah. Exactly. Andres says, measuring is knowing if you know what you're measuring. Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. True. Yeah.
It's the same way if you watch YouTube and you see somebody install a solar panel, and if you would try it yourself, there's always a step that they forgot to show you. And then you run into something and you think, how is this supposed to go? And you don't want to be in that situation. I mean, we have tried some things to do it yourself, but it doesn't get better with it. So yeah.
True.
But it's different for everybody. Some people, they really like taking everything apart and doing everything. It's also like, where do your talents lie? And we don't have any tools anymore. We did buy a whole tool set, but never used.
We couldn't keep it. No.
And I learned that having the tools doesn't make you a tool man.
No, that is true.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are you guys up to in the chat?
There's a drone flying by.
Oh. Okay.
It's not our drone, but somebody, maybe it's another YouTuber.
I don't know.
It's when you see the drone, they are usually filming the camper spot, maybe for another vlog.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people, a lot of Germans here at the moment.
Yeah.
Dutch and Germans, pretty close to the German border, so there's some there's some YouTubers here. Usually when you see a drone, it's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
So if you you recognize us, come say hi.
Yes. Mm.
So,
So,
was there more comments?
no questions.
No questions?
They are talking amongst each other, so... yeah. It's, yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't even know if we can go to any country at the moment without any hassle.
We would love to go on holiday, but yeah.
So we decided just to stay put where we are. And many people we speak to the same. They don't want to go
to all
getting stuck in the nose with a stuck in the brain with a stick and undergo all kind of hassle. So we're just staying here and hope everything goes back to sort of a normal situation and makes traveling more fun. It's not fun if you go to a country and you're not sure if you're welcome, or you're not sure if the spots are open, or you're not sure if you can get in without getting a test. And if a test is only valid for 24 hours and we want to go to Portugal, for example, you have to hurry. Or you have to go in each country, find a doctor, or find a test, and then it
takes
just
a lot of
complicated.
organizing.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
And it's just tiresome, just checking all the rules for every region.
Yep.
A bunch of hassle.
Let's see. Sabi B says, "You're my favorite YouTubers, but."
Thanks, Sabi.
Thank you, Sabi. Krishna says, "I do not travel. I live in my van, my area, and do my jobs and work, and run my business, which is appliance repair." Yeah, wow. And KSK says, "We're staying in the Netherlands this summer as well. Second summer in a row." Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of things at the moment, and they're talking about like a passport, a medical passport that you have to show. I mean, what if we would be in Spain and then they say you have to get your passport, and then maybe it's something you have to go back for.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you can't go back because you don't have the passport.
Or there's a lockdown. Yeah.
Or there's lockdown,
It's complicated.
You don't want to be led by fear, but you just also don't want to go and then get yourself into trouble. And many people say, see if your health insurance covers it. Many people are afraid that they need to go to a doctor when they're traveling, and then that the health insurance says, well, you're not supposed to travel because
you're on your own.
it's not covered because you're traveling in a
necessary travel.
orange zone or something like that.
Yeah, true. Let's see. Zabi B says, "I love your song you made." Thank you. We loved making it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mr. Sluckbait says, "They have saliva tests now. None are evasive, but still £100 each."
Yeah, I also saw they have like a breathalyzer test now.
Yeah.
Just like when you're tested for alcohol, you're not tested for diseases.
Yeah.
And,
Sabi B says, "COVID is a nightmare. Has ruined everything." Yep, it has.
Yeah, and in a way, if we are happy that we don't have regular jobs right now.
Yeah, you
It's because a lot of employers say, no job, no job.
could get fired. Yeah.
And we're already living pretty minimalistic at the moment, so.
Yep.
And we didn't have a lot of work before, so in that economic sense, it hasn't really affected us too much, luckily.
No, true.
And yeah, we kind of work from home, from the van, so
Home is where we park it.
yeah. I'm not gonna ask Petra to wear a mask from now on inside the van or anything, vice versa.
No. Exactly. Let's see. Mr. Slugbaits says, "Invasive And Geza says, you deserve all the luck in the world. Beautiful couple. Thank you, Geza.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see. KSK has connection issues. She sees nothing. Oops. Krishna says, in USA now COVID is forgotten in history. Only some people wear masks. Most people don't even. Yeah. Like it never happened. True. Yeah. Sal BB says, bless Gaza, that's a lovely thing to say, and you're not wrong. Beautiful couple. Thank you. KSK says, best of luck to you both. Enjoy your summer. Goodbye all. I've enjoyed the chat. Same here. Thank you for stopping by. Mr. Slugmate says, Pet has a new earring.
Maybe mijn corona earring.
Krishna says, Pet and Pat are the toughest couple in the Netherlands. Thank you. Well,
Well, yeah, we're now in a position that it's much better that we're in now than we ever were since we started. It didn't come easy, and it took us 5 years. And it wouldn't have, I think, worked if we didn't have the YouTube channel and support from many viewers.
True.
So one of the best days for me was when we were able to say to everybody, don't have to support us anymore.
Yes.
No more donations. It's not necessary at the moment, and that's really nice.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah.
But we're still grateful for all the support that took us to this point.
Definitely.
And
without your support, we wouldn't have any. So, again, thank you. Thank you.
we would still be at the garage in Spain.
Yes. Or in Penny the Third.
Yeah, well, but without support, we wouldn't have been able to.
No. We wouldn't have, We would still be in Spain.
Probably still be speaking good Spanish now, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then, what's that comment?
Let's check.
Yeah, 97%.
Ooh. Let's see. Subby says, bye KSK, the best of care.
Yeah, one other thing that we have been thinking about is property.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, we have seen some YouTubers, they have like half an acre of land, Spain or Portugal, and they just put like a few pallets down and then park the van on it. And yeah, we've been looking, but it's hard because you're not in the countries. And you're seeing 3 pictures and 1 sentence of a description. And you're just seeing what are the prices, what are the areas. And it's something to consider, but there's a lot of pros to that, to having just an area for yourself.
Yeah, true.
But there's also a lot of cons, because it ties you to a certain place again. And usually when you buy something, you only figure out like, why was it so cheap, or what are the neighbors like, or so we don't know. But I did read some guides on buying property in France, buying property in Spain, buying property in Portugal. Just see what the differences are, what the prices are.
Can expect.
So it's it maybe for one day in the future, that like if in the case that you're never not allowed to travel, worst case scenario in the future, if you're not allowed to travel and not allowed to be on camping spots, it is nice to have sort of a base, a home base where you're not going to get hopefully kicked out of, and where you can go to if you just have a sort of a home base, and but we don't really know if it's necessary, because we also see a scenario where you can just go for a couple of months to a paid campsite.
Months, yes.
And just stay as long as you want, and then like you pay like Carissa, for example, who we interviewed, met in Portugal a while ago.
Yeah.
She stayed for a couple of months in one place,
Yeah.
and then just paid fee for a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she was done with that place, she just moved on again.
Yeah,
And
that's also.
so that's the campsite owner said, just stay as long as you pay.
Yeah, of course.
And then you don't have the hassle of going through all the bureaucratic steps of buying something, paperwork,
Yeah.
and you don't need to look after the property, because that's all done by the owner that you're paying to do all those things for you.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's, I don't know, but we're just, we're seeing a lot of people moving from van life to property life. Yeah, property in acre with a ruin.
Yeah.
So we're doing the research, but it's difficult to make a decision.
Yeah.
It is difficult.
Yeah, yes.
Also because we feel like we haven't explored enough of the areas that we see properties for sale yet. Like there's properties in Portugal in an area that we never been in, or properties in Spain that you think, which area is nicer? You just don't know.
No,
so it's might be something. It might be worth if we go back just to see which area would we prefer, or which province, or the south, or the middle, or the north of a country, or the east, or the west.
Yeah, exactly.
It's difficult, so that's on our mind, just because work is still going okay. You can think about those things.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, any more questions? Maybe.
98%.
Krishna says, why would not you buy property in your own nation? Then it could be a permanent home base in between your trips. Yes. It's more expensive here, and the weather. It's mostly because of the weather. And
you got 2 weeks of summer per year.
yes, exactly.
And the property here is very expensive compared to the properties that you can get in the south, like in Spain. Spain is very big, so the prices are very low.
Yeah, true.
Portugal is a bit smaller, so the prices are higher, and the amount of acres you get is less than you would get in Spain.
Yeah.
It's in the Netherlands. I don't think we couldn't even afford a spot.
No.
Don't get anything probably under 100,000.
No.
In here, and if you look at Portugal and Spain, you have under 10,000 or 20,000. You find a lot of properties, even for 3,000 to 5,000. There's a lot of patches of land. The only problem is you would need somewhere with access where you can drive with your van onto. So the most cheap properties could only reach with a horse and cart.
Yeah, true. By foot.
And we know people also buy, for example, a house in a village. And usually it's the houses in villages are like, you can get a house for like 8,000 euros, but it's a complete ruin with no roof, and then you have to have building skills or pay somebody. But so it looks cheap. I even heard of a project in Italy. You can get a house for €1. If you promise to fix up the house.
Wow.
I think it's called yeah, sort of the €1 housing project or something like that. So the catch is that you get the property for €1, literally. But
Yes. It's a fixer upper.
yeah, by the time you fix it up, it costs you more.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. It's because having an address is still a problem for us. We're now in the 6th year of van life. We don't have an address like for your where you can receive your mail from the government, like your traffic fines and your notifications that you need a new ID card.
Yep. Yep.
So it's still a problem because we can't register ourselves with our families still. So it's it's a problem because you can only have a letter address for a limited amount of time. And we had ours for a while, but you never know for how long more before you get a message that you can't have one. And then things get more complicated. So, but if you look into renting, for example, in the Netherlands, you could rent a room, like in a student house or a house with young workers. Or, but the rent is usually 300 to 400 euros per month.
At least.
At least. Or you could pay somebody 100 euros per month just to register there. That's another option that before we never thought about because we never had 100 euros per month spare. But in an emergency situation, maybe we'll be able to find somebody. The thing is, people are hesitant because if you register officially at an address, it gives you all kind of rights. The right to go on welfare, the right to get a loan with a bank. And then if we would be really horrible people, the people that are registered or where you're registered could be reliable for us not paying bills or getting loans on that address. But if you have it's trust. That's why many people use family for it. Because family knows, not all families, but usually you don't con your family members. But why would we go on welfare? Why would we get a loan? It's not on our not on our roadmap. So we'll still have to figure out something for that. At the moment, we're still registered with Petra's mother for our mail, but it's not ideal because she lives in Amsterdam, and we can't come in Amsterdam with our van.
No, because it's a diesel.
It's an old diesel, and since March this year, they are forbidden from the city. And then going to Amsterdam now, even if we would have to pick up a mail that's like a bank card or a passport, it will be so it would be much easier just to register somewhere in a village with free parking and easy access. So we're still looking into that, and at some point we might have to pay somebody like $100 per month just to register there, and then that $100 covers potentially extra costs or just for the effort of receiving the mail for us there. But there are all things we're considering. But we'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on the list.
Let's see. Is there anything in the chat? Sabi B says you should look into unclaimed land. Never heard of that.
We'll Google that.
You can Google that. Let's see. Krishna says it is great that living in your van, you can go to the area and get familiar with it before you make any purchase. Yeah, that's what we were thinking. Yeah. Krishna bought 8 acres way out in the country, And I had a few fun times there, but I ended up never using it. Yeah, that's also a thing. And I saw that, and I'm happy to be done away with the tax bill. Yeah, that's of course also what you get. Yeah. Let's see, if you can get the land as agricultural use, you can get the taxes knocked down to almost free.
Yeah, that's true. In Portugal, for example, you have urban land and rural land.
Yep.
And the rural land usually has a shed on it for animals or for the farmer to hide from rain if it ever rains. And that means you cannot build a building on there that's bigger than the size of the shed.
No.
You can renovate the shed and live in that.
Yeah.
But
for example,
it's cheaper, and it's pretty cheap. Tax-wise, it's the cheapest form of land you can get in Portugal, for example. And then you have the urban land. You can get a building permission to build whatever you want on it. If it sort of fits in the codes of the which materials you can use and things like that. Rural land is ideal.
Yeah.
But it's also a bit more off the grid. So we know that people bought land, but the road towards the land is very hard to drive. So then you have a lot of land. But you can almost not get to the land or get from the land to the supermarket and back without basically getting a small car or
or 4x4.
A 4x4.
Horse.
Or
just walk.
So we'll see. But we also met somebody who said you should buy something in Eastern Europe. For example, you have cheap houses there. And we know of a Dutch couple, they bought something in Hungary just for an address. They had the same problem as we had, that their families didn't want them to register with them. So they bought for 5,000 euros a property that needed restoration. And they just parked the van on there and they cut the grass and they leave the property as it is. But they are registered there. And they officially they emigrate to Hungary. But they just travel in a van and they never in Hungary. Just once or twice a year to cut the grass. So they said Hungarians find it very important that the grass is neatly cut. As long as you cut the grass, they allow you, you're okay. So there's all kinds of options that you can think of. So we'll see. There's also you can even unregister from the Netherlands as a citizen, I think, if you wanted to. I think there's an international health insurance. I was just reading up about that the other day. So you could unregister as a citizen. You don't have any rights also anymore as a citizen from the Netherlands or any other country. But you can still get on a health insurance. But for example, getting a car in your name will be more tricky. You can still get a passport, but you might not be able to get another vehicle. So that wouldn't be an ideal solution for us. But if you're a backpacker or or somebody who lives from hotel to hotel, that could work for you. A couch surfer, So there's all kind of things that people do to to travel or to live differently than
most. Let's see. Stephen Reed says, "Good afternoon, guys. Sorry I'm late. Not a problem. How are you?"
99%.
Oh, nearly full.
Nearly full.
Wow. Bearded Bro says, "Hello, my lovelies. Where have you been? Missed you so much." Hello, Bearded Bro. How are you? Krishna says, "I wish I could see you guys in Hawaii." Oh, yes, Hawaii. Wow. And Subby B says, "I got to go, pet and putt. Take care, the best of care. Yes. Hope to see you live again soon. Yes. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah,
Sabi.
thanks for dropping by.
Thank you.
Yeah, live streaming is easier in a way because you don't have the
Editing.
editing.
Yeah.
Because if I would edit the live stream, I'd probably cut a lot of parts out. Or maybe not, but
Yeah.
it's also nice just to give you guys the sort of real experience.
Yeah.
In a video, you always see something that is edited. It's still real, but
Yeah.
you can edit out like things.
Yes.
You think, I'm repeating myself,
Like
or
stuff like this.
stuff like this,
Which wasn't supposed to happen.
or bloopers.
Or bloopers. Yep.
You think, that whole rant about COVID should
Yeah.
cut that out or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also nice to do the real experience. Like
Yep.
we would say the same things now, like as if you were sitting outside with us or inside with us,
Exactly. Yeah.
if there was room.
Yep. No, lots of hearts. Thank you. Thank you
Thanks.
both.
Yeah, so we might do this again soon.
Yep.
We'll just after the live stream is over, it can take up to a day before YouTube has rendered the live stream.
Yeah.
So it can be a while before you can watch it
Watch back. Yeah.
when it's stops. So when we stop it,
Yeah.
it's some immediately accessible. It depends on how many people are live streaming on YouTube in the world, I think. How everything
I know.
how everything goes, and they might search for certain words that you use in the live stream and
So
might say
it might be,
ban or delete, but
you never know.
you never know.
Nowadays. Yep.
But it should be up at least within
A day.
24 hours.
Yeah.
I think our last live stream took 48 hours,
What?
but yeah, it can take a while, but it was exceptionally long
Ah,
at that
yeah.
time.
Could be.
Well, let's, 99%.
Woo, nearly full.
Beautiful. If you have any more questions, you can ask them.
Yeah.
And when we get to 100%,
We'll close the
yeah,
live
to
stream.
put everything inside.
because it's about to rain, I think.
I think there's another
Looks
comment.
like it. Another comment. Let's see.
Yeah, it's about to rain.
Krishna says, thank you friends, it was nice to be with you again. Same here. Yeah. Yeah. Another one, I think. Stephen Reed says, maybe buy land with other people. Yeah, we heard lots of stories about people buying land with other people.
Yes, one of the people we met a couple of times in Portugal is now searching for land to buy with other people.
Yeah.
And he found somebody to start. They wanted like an off-grid community living off the land, and they said you can stay for free because somebody already bought the land. Stay for free if you help make it into an agricultural community. But after a few weeks, they already got into arguments with each other about the amount of time our acquaintance was.
He invested.
Yeah, how invested he was into just doing his own thing versus working on the land with the other people.
Yeah.
So it can create friction, especially also because everybody's going to start inviting their own friends.
Also.
And then some friends won't get along with some other people's friends, and then other people have new ideas or different ideas. So it can get tricky if you buy in, because it is a good idea. You see it. You see people, like everybody chips in what they can, and they get so many acres. If you chip in more, you get more acres.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you chip in less, you get maybe a bit less. But it might work, but you really have to
be on the same, yeah, how do you call it?
Yeah, on the same page
On the
with
same
it.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it is an option indeed.
it is. Yeah. Let's see. Krishna says, business partnerships are guaranteed hell. Stay in heaven with your own partnership and own everything 100% yourselves. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too. Yeah, yeah. And Sabi asks, when you visit Hungary? Good question. Yeah, we would love to. How is it there? Is it strict?
Well, we heard there's beautiful camping sites in Hungary with spas and everything.
Oh, yes.
Like mountain spas or heated.
Waterfalls.
Heated, what was it? Heated spas or something.
Oh, yes. Wow.
It's a couple that we met. They always go to Hungary
Yes.
and get treated, and it is like I think $15 per night.
Yeah.
But you have treated like royalty.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. When we can travel.
We're kind of in the mojo now of going south for the winter. And but it would be an option when it's not winter to go to other countries if traveling will be a bit easier than it is now.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's all a state of mind because we still hear stories of people just leaving today and arriving tomorrow and they're not being checked and not being stopped.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, it's weird. There are YouTubers we watch. They just left like last week or the week before, and they're now driving around Spain and France with no worry in the world.
No.
And then we think, well, are we overly concerned? Do we worry too much or not?
The rules change every week almost.
Yeah. It's a decision everybody has to make for themselves if they want to take the risk. There was a guy when we broke down. He was sort of laughing at us and saying, you guys are overreacting everything. And then I heard the other week that same guy went to Spain and broke down as well himself. And then it wasn't as easy as he thought it would be. And he was, I think, shipped back or out of the running for a while as well. He had to stay at a farmer for a couple of weeks. So it's the better he probably thought of us
Yes.
that time.
Yeah.
Good, that's well. Yeah. This is an anecdote I would probably cut out if I was editing this video.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's see, 100%.
Hey.
100%. Shall I show it?
Yeah. Show the buddies.
Show the proof?
Of course.
Yeah, we should do this more often when we
Yeah.
are charging.
Yeah. We can talk to you guys while waiting. Yeah. The sun is coming out. See? 100%. It's charged. Wow. Super.
So, well, thank you guys for watching.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
See you in the next one.
Yep.
When we have to recharge the solar panel again. Of
Or,
the Goal Zero
yeah,
again.
Or try out a little washing machine. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
Ta-da.
all.
Bye.
Bye.
Where's the button to turn
It's
this off?
a little X.
I see. Yep.